Hola, friends. Thank you for joining me. It's Tara Milo doing the morning quickies here for the 13th of May. The Ethereal Visions tarot deck, if you can see it. Start as usual with Aries. I've used this in a few days. Or Aries. I always clean off the sand, but I think somehow, living at the beach, you end up getting sand in your crystals and everything. You should learn to like it because it's the beach. So. But let's see what we got here. Call this a 13th lucky day. Let's put some energy on these. We're looking for guidance from Spirit here in the name of love and light. It's only as serves the greatest good uh, in love and relationships here, our Aries friends. This little quickie read, 3 cards. I'm going to pull through the deck, really liking it. Nobody's commenting. No, I got a Taurus 9000. I'm pretty traditional when it comes to tarot, but okay, I just go with what feels right. That's what it's all about with tarot. Read the cards, but just got feel it, right? Aries, here we go. Numero uno, the leader. You are the fool. Lead the way. Okay, fearless. Here we go, Aries. Fearless into it. Queen of Swords. This is you, Aries, and around relationships, where your mind is at, where your heart is at here. And, this Queen of Swords is kind of a thoughtful Queen of Swords. Look, I don't know, you can imagine maybe she's at some kind of ceremony and she's supposed to be paying attention and she's kind of daydreaming and very serious looking here. You see, with their sword, kind of playing with the ground. So if this is you in the round relationships, definitely thoughts. It's definitely there's a defensiveness to this queen. That's the problem with coming in with if any of the queens there is really good to come in, or kings. But it could be like a little triggery around relationships, just kind of waiting for something. I'm ready to speak out. I mean, you're going to be Aries in terms, you're going to let people know. The devil. So this is what's going on now. This is kind of like your question. Um, Capricorn could be. That's the literal. Um, I see you now. You will know if this is true, so you'll know if this resonates. Yeah, you're like at work or something, and you're daydreaming about sex with this person. You're daydreaming about this magnetic connection that must be there with this person here, Aries. But it's like in your head, like deep in your head, man. You know? Maybe you're separated from them, maybe you're not physically with them, or maybe you're just really hot for them and like they're at work and you're at work and you just can't really concentrate because you're thinking about them. And then Five of Wands. Well, that comes with the devil energy. This Five of Wands is actions now and bickering and arguing. And in this case, I think we're talking about power dynamics, little power plays. Power plays can be as simple as like, man, Scorpios like get this so naturally. Like if somebody comes sit in your seat, like everybody kind of knows. And I don't know, but can go on with all of this energy, that plutonic, sexy energy that you're having here, Aries. Um, let's see what you got with this. The Knight of Swords. I think this is like talking about you cutting through this Five of Wands energy, and because it's kind of bullshit. It's bickering and arguing and stuff. And if I think your advice here is it's around this kind of you're going to see Pluto in your synastry here going on something, and square Pluto, square Venus, square the Moon, these kind of things. And I think what you need to do is call it out and just put a stop to it. And it's like you're kind of hear you're on the sidelines and it's all just a fantasy. But if you're going to have an actual relationship, you're going to have to, you know, call down strong boundaries, call it out. And but I don't see where there's not a relationship. You know, it's good to have. You're Aries, man. You might want this complex. Thank you guys for joining me. 13th of May. Now, Taurus, this is you. In and around relationships today. Ten of Swords, pulling through the deck. Where your mind is at, where your heart is at this morning. Just after sunrise here. Well, you're definitely done. Um, that's the only good thing about Ten of Swords, like that feeling of like I'm just done, and you tell someone, or you tell yourself, or you tell your person, done. I can't do this anymore. Queen of Pentacles. Maybe there's a Virgo involved, or another Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, and all of these queens that look kind of dreamy. We're just seeing the Queen of Swords in the Aries read here, and now the Queen of Pentacles. And yeah, with the Ten of Swords against the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like an Ice Queen here, this Queen of Pentacles, this Earth sign. And maybe you felt like Taurus, you're very warm, Venus energy. And they were just like a brick wall. Um, what's the Rolling Stones? Yeah, so I can't think of the lyrics to it, but um, yeah, just icy cold. And Six of Pentacles. And this is kind of what you want. You want some kind of response, some kind of. And honestly, I got the feeling like here, Taurus, I gotta say, for you, the Six of Pentacles, because they're kind of like begging. This is really not good. This is really not you wanting really quality, even. This is almost like you saying, even though you got the Ten of Swords and you've been just knocking yourself out against this Ice Queen or King, it's not you, male or female. Um, and really, it's almost like you're saying, please, just give me something. Give me a one night stand, give me a breadcrumb. I hope not, but that's the feeling I get from it. So, um, obviously, you think about in that case, why you're having that kind of feeling um, towards someone that leaves you with a Ten of Swords, and the advice is you should be done. That's a Ten of Swords. The only good thing about it is that it's kind of you're done. So hopefully soon. And Gemini, thanks for joining us here on the 13th of May and just after sunrise. We're doing your morning quickie read, love and relationship. This is you, where you are, and around relationships, where your mind is at, where your heart is at today. Um, and I keep trying to keep them little and realize it's a daily read. And what's going on the 13th? Now, the Six of Cups is feeling really good. In your natal chart, Venus return, something quick but sweet. But it's this energy of nostalgia and romance and maybe thinking about the soulmates could go that way for sure. And when you have this energy with you, and maybe it's about a person, not how it usually rolls in the Hierophant. Getting the Hierophant here. So I think this is about, this is what's on your mind, is Hierophant. So if that's what's on your mind and what you're kind of bringing into this with your past energy, I got to be thinking about a marriage, huh? Or a committed relationship that you had. Now, it's either one with someone you had in the past or it's someone new, but it's that energy this would be the Six Cups and Hierophant. Like, you meet them and really quickly you have this feeling like, this is the one for me. This one's different. This one's has that soulmate feeling, like you just know kind of feeling. And it might be very quickly you want to marry them, huh? Here they're revealing who they are. So we have a Queen of Wands. Now this queen, look, very different from the other two queens we've seen so far. The Swords and Pentacles. She's engaged. She's looking at you in the eyes, looking at your eyes. Right? Everything's in the eyes. So, in I think a very sweet Queen of Wands. So, the Queen of Wands can be kind of harsh, can be that bitch that's calling everybody out, and or it doesn't have to be female, male or female, but that person's can be a little too now less with the Queen of Wands. That's more with the King, but still with the Queen, but not this Queen. You get the feeling like she's very peaceful and centered, and she's not gonna jump down anybody's throat. She's just available here. In a way, very Venus like, actually, Gemini. So I think this is your person. Be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo here. Get the feeling that it's a Leo. See the cat? It just has a way about her, too. Somewhat the hair. All right, guys, let me know what you think of that, Gemini. Um, Cancers, 13th of May. Here we are, just after sunrise, pulling through the deck with your morning quickies. You have a sip of coffee, forgive me. Mm-hmm. At the Palapa, special at the beach edition. By the way, like, share, shares the care. And wow, a lot of new subscriptions. Wow, that was really nice. It went kapow. So, been kind of hoping for that. And thank you, new subscribers. And I will get it together and would start doing some free readings to the most likes. Uh, Technology. I'll go through and figure out what that is, and see if we can't work that out. But here we go, Cancer. This is you, the Fool, and I love this. Good job, Cancer. This is you feeling in and around relationships, bulletproof, a little crazy. You're talking something, and your friends are saying, "What are you talking about, Holmes? Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?" Don't listen to them. I don't even know what's going on, but I love the Fool. I'm a Sagittarius. This should be our card. Sagittarius should fight over the Fool card. So I love it. Being kind of wide open. The Six of Wands, super positive. The Fool and the Six of Wands. And, it's like you're watching. This is Six of Wands. It's kind of your question how I see this reading here. And you're kind of in this energy of feeling wide open, just feeling good. Probably something going on in your natal chart with a transit, it's firing you up or to be showing it. But you could be feeling physically just more energetic and wanting to do something, want to get going. And with the Six of Wands here, just an excited feeling, actions like you really want to do something. And it's very positive. You have a very positive feeling. This could even be a manifester energy, honestly. You got the Fool, and you naturally might not think of it, but it's the Fool's path. This is like manifesting a path for yourself, manifesting a future for yourself, and doing it in a very positive way. I mean, you could even literally see this as you standing in front of the mirror and saying, You're valuable, Cancer. You're beautiful. You can do this." Like a Stuart Smiley, you are smart and people like you. Damn it. But a very positive energy, and expecting something too. And Seven of Pentacles. So you're starting the Fool's journey. Man, you really are embracing it, right? And which is beautiful, right? But now, as you're getting started, I'd love this Seven of Pentacles. It's just it really captures, I think, this, to me, the spirit of the Seven of Pentacles. Just examining your labor, your return on your efforts, and so you wouldn't think the Fool would do that. So this is kind of like a caution, a caution. It's like as you do this, and you're really willing to go out on a limb, as it were, and go and jump off the cliff here very enthusiastically, take some consideration as to the cost and the ramifications, the potential outcomes here. Do it with some calculation. So, and that's reasonable, Sagittarius, I take chances, but I do think about them some. I don't just do it like throw a dart at the wall. So thank you, Cancers. Leo, here we are, 13th of May. Thank you for joining me on the beach, special edition. This is your love quickie. Pulling through the deck here, a little bit after dawn. This is your energy in and around relationships, where your mind is at, where your heart is at. This is you, Leo. At least it's fire energy. Nine of Wands. And this card here, you can see he's, he knows he's going back into the fray. And oh my God, that's a Tabano. Those things are terrible. Sorry. Tabanos are back. You'd have to be in Mexico to understand that. I guess they're seasonal. Oh, they're terrible little things that really bite. Anyway, Nine of Wands. I guess you take everything into a reading, so maybe something's biting you, and it's annoying, and maybe it's seasonal in pattern, and it has a pattern. It could be allergies. But with the Nine of Wands, he's ready to go back into the fray, but it's like he doesn't have a lot left. He's almost done everything he can do, but he's going to do more. It's like now you would also think these are actions, and I think the ninth house is Sagittarius. I know it's Leo, but that's it classically how like a Sagittarius learns is from mistakes. So every one of these wands is some action that was taken, and I believe it was like basically a failure. So you could literally like maybe count back with this nine relationships here, um, or 9 years or something like this, and but it's like also the energy of I haven't given up, but you might be taking a minute out, healing up, but you're getting ready, you're looking out, and you're ready, and I think you're interested in a King of Wands, but this of course could be Leo, and it is the mirror, but this is sort of your question, so um, yeah, and this would be then another Leo or Sagittarius or an Aries, and someone that's very confident, mature, father or mother, um, takes care of themselves, maybe can take care of other people. Um, Very independent, very outspoken, can be charismatic here, and I think you're really drawn to this. Um, you could say that they have the energy you need because you have spent a lot of energy. And here they are. Look, the exact same wand in their hand. So you've got one more in you. So it's like I got a feeling like for you, Leo, this is someone coming in this fire sign and kind of giving you a hand up, taking an action, on your benefit here. And I want to just kind of clarify both of those really. Yeah, with the Ten of Pentacles. So this could be even something that they gave you, like physically give you a hand up, like really helping you out, and there would be a real affinity between you two, and they would likely be a little older, a little more substantial, have more, but there's a passionate love interest here, and I think really what they see, it's like they would probably, whether they've said it or not, the deep feeling of them is like they really see themselves in you, and that's why they love you. So good self-esteem. Maybe they are Leo, right? And Ten of Pentacles, it means it's going to be a solid outcome here. Very nice, Leo. Thank you guys for joining me. And Virgo, our favorite sign. I want to go put these on the bottom. We're pulling through the deck here, Virgo. On the 13th of May, 2021, doing our love and relationship reading. The name of love and light, so serves the greatest good. What can Spirit tell us here for our Virgo friends? This is you in around relationship where your mind and heart is at right now. The Four of Pentacles. You're kind of holding tight. You're uh, curling up and protecting yourself. You're holding on to your energy. You might be withdrawing. Now, if there's someone in your life, you're very most likely withdrawing from them, and very most likely has something to do with them. But this is your energy right now. And you're feeling like, you don't really have anything to give. Yeah, and you just got to hold on to what you have. With the Pentacles too, could even be very physical, like even being sick, feeling like you don't. So it's a daily reading, so maybe today's a blah day, and people are like, hey, and you're like, what, I just gotta kind of try to get through the day, and get home and eat a bottle of NyQuil, you know. But the Eight of Wands, it's kind of what I'm thinking, like, but here you are with this energy, and now you've got somebody coming at you like with a lot of passion, or maybe you are wanting to go to someone with a lot of passion. This could also be a very literal read. Could be like maybe you only want to give them passion, or that's You could be saying to them, I really can't give you anything, but I'd really like to make love to you. Maybe looking for friends with benefits. You know, if that's you wanting it. But wow, yeah, the card that means tarot, the Three of Swords here. So I think this is like not going anywhere. And if this is your person, I think rejecting it, it's kind of like I said, if it's very literal like that. But if it's not literal, then, it's a metaphor. So really what the person felt from you was a lack of depth in your interest. They felt like it was kind of superficial. And yeah, that was why they rejected it here. Okay, Virgo. Thank you, guys. Um, Libras, thank you for joining me here on the 13th of May. This is your quickie love read. This is you showing up with the High Priestess. I like it. Where you're at and around relationships, where your mind and heart is at today. Um, the number 2 card, the Fool hits the ground and assesses as resources. And the Magician and the Priestess. The Priestess here emphasizes the unconscious, the intuitive nature, the receptive, divine feminine nature. um, so can be open to relationships, can be empathic, channeling that part of yourself, Libra, that's more intuitive and more feeling oriented. A Page of Swords. This is like your question here. So I think this might be you're thinking about a Page of Swords. So a younger air sign then. Be another Libra, of course, Gemini, Aquarius. Definitely you can see with the cards here, she looks a little bit older, huh? Looks a little bit older. And looks quite a bit younger, like you would expect from a sword. And I get the feeling, too, that your person is being a little bit coy. They're playing it a little bit cool. Like, I got the feeling looking at this that they probably are more into you than they're letting on. And there's an element in this with them that you're like a big fish. And, I don't know if they're being conscious. It's some kind of instinctual human sexuality thing. Maybe they're doing that. That's why they're being this coy thing. But I think like they probably are like, oh my God, I can't believe this high priestess is into me at all. Judgment's involved. The Page of Swords too could be judgment delivering a message. So I think what this is saying is I think this judgment is yours here, Libra. And you think about judgment, Libra wants to balance the scales. Um, but I think with judgment, it's that being called out into some greater purpose in our life. That's really the core energy of judgment. And so what I think this is saying with this relationship, that's why I say judgment's for you, is I think you need to really ask yourself, as the high priestess can, go inside and really look. Is this younger air sign really the best thing for your life's purpose, for your really for your journey, for your soul's growth? I think that's what that's saying. Thank you, Libras. Scorpio, thanks for joining me here in the name of light and love. So I serve the greatest good. We're asking Spirit now for love and relationship advice with our Virgo friends. Page of Wands, this is you. Where you're at in and around relationships, where your mind is at, where your heart is at. And kind of a dreamy Page of Wands. It's, Page of Wands, or Page, you're typically going to be uh, the messenger. So this is one sent on a journey, obviously. Looks like they got across the desert or something. It's like, go deliver this message to that kingdom that's across the desert, a young page. And this is your energy. Feeling like you maybe want to take action, towards someone that might be at a distance, I think. Or take action towards someone that you perceive as like a big game, like, wow, it'd be something if they would accept little me. Um, Four of Swords. This is kind of makes sense because while you're not, you want to take action, and usually a Page of Wands, you think it's going to be taking action, but you're looking away, kind of looking up into the clouds. Um, for some reason, you need a minute to kind of. In the Four Swords here, I see this as kind of like it's really kind of like gathering your strength. You know, like you know now what you want to do, and you really want to do it. You're committed to doing it, but you kind of know you can't do it right now. There could be a period of 4 months here involved for some reason. And this is a very specific message, but there's paperwork involved for someone. There's a 4 month here, Scorpio, and there's something with paperwork with this Four Swords that's tying things up that could have to do with even a relationship. So I don't know, COVID delaying divorce or something that would get in the middle of a relationship here. The Page of Wands and the Ten of Wands. I mean, Page of Wands and the Ten of Wands. That's definitely speaking to you here, Scorpio. You're going to climb a mountain here. You're getting ready to climb a mountain for the best reason. Uh, I, man, this is kind of interesting reading. It's like you are gathering your strength, and you're going to use all of your power, you know, to get to this Ten of Cups. And I see distance now. I got a feeling, getting kind of specific. Okay, there's a Scorpio. Either you or your person, there could be like a passport issue standing in the way, or something else. It could literally be a divorce situation, but there's some kind of paperwork that's being delayed that's keeping you apart. But you're going to make every effort, you know, to get your Ten of Cups because you see that there's a Ten of Cups here, you know. And I think it's really hard for you. Like here you're almost two. Now I see why you're having this look. You're like, you know, you can't get to them right now. And it's kind of like, I know they're out there in the world. I can't get to them. And this is kind of that song, you know, ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no desert dry enough. You're going to get there, Scorpios. Love it. Brings out, you must have some Sag in you, Scorp. All right, speaking of Sagittarius, my brothers and sisters, welcome. In the morning quickie read for the 13th of May here, Saggies. I'm a Sun, Jupiter, Mercury, and Mars, and right now, the South Node is exactly on my Mars. I'm not really liking it. It's like walking in knee-deep molasses all the time. All right, here we go, Sag. Ace of Swords. This is your energy in and around relationship, where your mind is at, where your heart is at, Sagittarius. You want to make a declaration. Um, you want to assert yourself. You want to set a boundary. Um, you want to give an ultimatum. And it could be a question, like you really want to have a talk, you know, serious talk. And this is what's going on. So, Sag, this is like you're in this Five of Cups energy, and you want to talk about it, you know. And you were like, this is, I want to have the hard talk about it. It's got to be about your person. But it's like you're already in this energy. Nine of Swords. Look at this. The Ace of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. Ten of Swords, and you're done. And this is Nine of Swords really emphasizes the torment here. But at least you're actively engaging it with this energy, with the pain here. And it's almost like it's haunting you. Um, Here it's like you're kind of just still turning away from the pain. It's almost like you're in shock. You just can't deal with anything. Let's see where this is going. Yeah. you're going to have this talk and you're going to walk away, right? You try to get away from this, yeah, because that's no fun. The Five of Cups and Nine of Swords, no, there's not enough talking to, I don't think, fix that, guys. Thank you, Sag. Capricorns, thank you for joining me. The 13th of May, just after dawn, doing the quickie read, pulling through the deck. This is you, Caps. Good card for you, Eight of Pentacles, where you are in and around relationships, where your mind and heart is at. I always see this in this position, and I like it in this deck, as this is Capricorn's been doing the work in relationships. So that means doing the shadow work, whether it's therapy or reading or really making some kind of commitment. While you're watching tarot, could be looking in esoteric routes, astrology, really good idea. But in some way, you've been working on yourself, and so the best thing we can possibly bring to a relationship is obviously ourselves, right? So that's the what you're doing here, which usually ends well, I think, in the long run, right? You're focusing on yourself, not another person. Now a Leo, of course, card. You notice a very young looking Leo too. So a younger Leo, this could be the one that's on your mind here. They look, if this is your Leo, they look kind of content, you know. Um, Strange here. It's energy I'm getting. It's like you're interested in them, but I think you've been busy kind of doing you, maybe. And you haven't really taken a chance or dated for a while. Maybe you were in a relationship. Maybe that's why you've been doing you, trying to figure out the closure and what's going on. But they look like they're kind of standing by. They're kind of in the background. They could be aware of you and not contacting you. They could be um, not showing a lot of interest, but I got the feeling they have interests. Maybe they feel like they know that you're doing this work and maybe why you're doing it. Maybe they're giving you time. The Wheel of Fortune. Um, Man, I like seeing the Wheel of Fortune here following strength. I mean, major arcana. Um, so your person with strength in Leo, with the major arcana, makes me think they might really have a sense of things, that divine timing, that you still need to maybe do a little more work on you, and maybe in some way they kind of understand that they might be a very spiritual person, I get, and kind of be trusting in divine timing. And this is the Wheel of Fortune's divine timing. It's that trust that in the future something's going to come together. It usually goes your way. um, so Capricorn, this would be you doing the good work. I think this person's there for you in some way, holding space for you, maybe is the way to put it, um, in a very high vibing way, someone that understands the big picture here. Um, and it's almost like they may even already see this coming. I don't know if you do. I mean, because you could know what this is. This could be when the Wheel of Fortune could be graduate from school or get your life changes somehow. Sometimes it's not always out of thin air. It's not always out of the blue. It can be something that we kind of know. Maybe we know that we're doing well at work, and we kind of know that we know it's coming. We're expecting that raise or to be made a partner, something huge, and then it comes. You get the Wheel of Fortune in your reading. So um, it's kind of like keep doing what you're doing, Caps, and trust in the process, trust in spirit. Thank you, guys. Aquarius, Five of Swords, you in and around relationships, where your mind is at, where your heart is at right now. It's a kind of soft Five of Swords. I always see the Five of Swords very harsh, biting and stuff. So you had an argument with your lover, it'd be very harsh argument. But in this one, it's like more thoughtful, more like arguing with yourself in your head kind of energy. And right now you're feeling like kind of done. And this card's kind of done. It almost looks like the Four of Cups too, the way that look. you know. And so literal interpretation is you're ready to emotionally move away from these fights, in this argument, in this conflict, and it could be someone that's just incompatible with you in some way, you know. Um, but both of these are very contemplative. I get the feeling like what you just want, maybe I just want peace. I just want peace. You know, maybe you haven't had peace. Man, you're gonna move away from this, guys. I want to say, girlfriend, you're gonna move away from this. You know, it's like first you have to emotionally detach. In case you don't know the combination, first you emotionally detach, and then you mentally detach and physically detach. It can be all at the same time. You know, escaping, putting it behind you here. Thank you, Aquarius. Pisces, always last, never least. Reading through the deck here. A sip of coffee. 13th of May. This is your love and relationship reading. This is you. Seven of Wands. And around relationships, where your mind and heart is at today. Um, could be a lot of times I see this in this position as having to set boundaries. Wands are actions. Um, and it's righteous defense of the castle. So it's keep that in mind. Righteous defense is important, especially along with justice. Um, this is where you're at. It's like you want justice, might be fighting for justice in some sense, you know. It's kind of like a Libra energy too, where you're fighting for equality. You feel like you have to fight for equality, um, fight for attention, fight for respect. Um, yeah. Let's see what we got for advice and outcome. The lovers. It's like make love, not war. And the love is such a sweet lovers. I get the feeling this is like when in the scales here, still a justice. You know, they're in her hand. It's just like it's we're fighting, you know, or we're having makeup sex, and they might be really ferocious fights and just fantastic makeup sex. Yeah. So, let's see if I can get any advice. The world. Trying to get to this balance. This is what this is. Because, yeah, it's back and forth. And you're either fighting and in conflict. Now, uh, yeah, I'll sell myself a little bit. Sinistry. I got a feeling that could help you here. If you're resonating with this. And I do sinistry. We need the times of both people. Um, because there could be some advice there could be helpful. But basically, you're going to have to balance the seesaw. It's usually an opposition energy, right? Where it's either all or nothing, all or one. And it's going to take both of you to do it, you know. But it can be done. It can be done. You're off. It's offering the world. It's like saying, like a promise to you, and kind of a blessing. It's like if you guys make an effort to balance this out, you'll level up. I see this as leveling up. Like if you're not married, you'll get married. If you're not living together, you will. And both of you would have a sense that your life becomes better and become bigger, different. Just being married or being in a committed relationship, it changes a lot. And that could be moving into a different life together. But actually, very positive, Pisces. But thank you, guys, for joining me. Give me a like. I appreciate it. Thank you, all the subscribers. That's really nice today. Wake up to. And we'll see you tomorrow. Today we're doing Taurus. No, we're doing Cancers for the singles and the heart spread.